Hey there, I'm going to show you today an automation made in N8N that sends automated Slack notifications when some weather alerts happen. Um, why is this useful? If you have, for example, a business that's running a specific local service that's dependent on some critical weather events, like, I don't know, roof repairs, where you repair roof after a storm, for example, you would want to know when a storm happens in a specific area, because this would allow you to, for example, if you are using Google Ads, this would allow you to increase budget for the keywords that are targeting roof repairs. That usually after a storm, the traffic for such keywords, the demand for roof repair gets higher. Thus, um, it's very useful to be constantly updated when a storm, for example, is happening in a specific area. So this is what this automation does. It takes the it takes the location from the database. It also has a front end. Um, this is I'm going to show you the front end part. Basically, in that front end, actually, let me show you now. So you are entering a location, let's say New York, searching for it. You are going to select a Slack channel. I'm not going to show you because it's actually a working company Slack channels here, but you are integrate them, and they are going to, for example, this is a company that does roofing. So this is how the front end look. This is the location, and this is the Slack channel. So this is the integration. You set this up, and the workflow will monitor all the locations saved up on an hourly basis. So what this does, it takes the location that you have here and goes them through a loop. It goes them through the National Weather Service alert system. It also goes you through Tomorrow IO API, which has a more customizable um, weather alerts, so you can set specific alerts for some specific weather thresholds, like, I don't know, when winds are over a certain speed, then you can set to trigger a severe warning or something like that. It has an if logic, so if there are alerts, a Slack notification is being sent, the location is saved, because you need the location to be saved to be checked if it expires. So basically all this logic of the workflow um, is set up so you don't get, if an alert, for example, lasts for 2 days in the National Weather Service, it starts, I don't know, on a Monday and it ends on a Wednesday. You don't want each and every hour to get a Slack alert. That would be flooding the Slack with spammy services. You would send a notification once when the alert started, or when the alert was identified, and then you would also send another message when the alert ended. So this does checks for expired alerts, and when an alert is ended, it sends a message. Then it saves the ended status in the database and loops again the location and checks again, and so on. As you can see here, there are executions that happen. This is actually me searching for the location here. So this was, if this loads, you'll see that mini workflow that search, open meteo, and then validated the location to be used by the loop. And this is a check that happened at 7 p.m. for the locations, and then, as you can see, there was no alert, so it didn't send any message at 7 p.m. It also did not send any message at 6 p.m. if I remember correctly. The workflow, I had it structured different way, but it's the same. And I have it shown in a different way, but it's the same structure. So if you want something for a company that does a similar thing, can also be integrated with other communication like Teams. You can also receive text messages and so on. Let me know. Thanks.